Here we are again. This week we will try to extract lessons by looking into some specifics of the earthly sanctuary. How it was constructed, where it was located, what was inside, and so on. Do these things matter?
We often meet people that ask, "Show me your God." I can't see him, I can't touch him, I can't smell him, I can't talk to him face to face. Here it is, the sanctuary, tangible evidence of God's presence here on earth with his people. Touch, smell, and interaction at one place.
The tabernacle had a very central place, literally. It was in the middle of everything. It was located where usually the king would reside. And I agree, it was tangible. It involved all the senses.
This lesson makes the first attempt to open a gallery full of objects with spiritual and prophetic meaning for the nation of Israel and also for us today. Let's mention some of them, like the Ark of the Testimony, or the Atonement cover, or the 12 breads, the light candle, the altar of incense. What were their meaning? Why would God choose those objects to be in his presence? Aren't you curious?
Absolutely. Everything transmits so much depth about the issues with our reconciliation. There is a place which we can't survive. Our sinful nature can't survive God's righteousness. One thing that impressed me is that there is a protective smoke that concealed God's presence from the priest, and yet there is bread, pans, jars, bowls, all conveying much closer interaction, bringing the sense of communion. Kind of a controversy. Can't be together, yet being together.
I have never imagined it this way, but let me make an illustration. The sanctuary, in the eyes of the present North American man, looks like a community center. All main activities from the life of every Israelite gravitated around the services in the sanctuary. Not only that, but it applied also to God. Any attempt for communication or any action on his behalf was initiated in the sanctuary. It was the common ground where heaven and earth were speaking the same language.
We often relate to the sanctuary as something with ritual, something very religious. But it looks to me that for the Israelites, this wasn't religion. It was how they lived. They suffered when they were losing the connection. The soul was deeply attached to the sanctuary.
King David was a passionate worshipper to God, and everybody has heard his special prayer. "One thing I ask of the Lord, and that is what I seek, that I can live in the house of the Lord." When David wrote Psalm 27, he was a hunted fugitive at this time, finding refuge in rocks and in caves in the wilderness. So I wonder if this remained the passion of his life. If you had only one request to make of the Lord, only one goal to seek, what would you choose? Would it be that you want to live in the house of the Lord?
The sanctuary was a very vital place in the Hebrew life. This is why Jesus got so angry at the merchants in the temple, because they changed everything. Sometimes we may be turning the house of the Lord to a burden too. Hopefully our hearts will find the response to their intimate desires at the real sanctuary. Please, make us happy by sharing your thoughts at our Twitter feed or under this video in YouTube or Facebook. See you next week.